Carol Ofori.
Mum's Moment. This is our Thursday feature. Happens every Thursday where we just unpack parenting, we unpack raising kids. And as I always say on this feature, children are our future. So everyone should have a vested interest in how the children of our communities are raised and the support that they are given to thrive as adults, as the future, right? So today we're talking about something that might be one of the hardest parts of parenting. Just learning to let them. Take a listen to this audio from Mel Robbins, right, who is an American author, podcast host, and motivational speaker. She was on the Dear Media podcast interview with Mariana Hewitt, talking about cherishing your mom, right, whilst you can. But the big thing that you should take out of what she's about to talk about is let them. And then we'll come back and unpack.
It's easy to forget that this is your mom's first time being human, too. It's easy to forget that your mom is somebody else's daughter, and she probably didn't get what she needed. It's easy to complain or to roll your eyes, but at the end of the day, you're going to wake up one day and she's not going to be here. And you get to choose what you forgive. You get to choose how you show up. You get to choose whether or not you're the one that changes everything, because that's the power that you have. If you show up and you realize that what you want is a closer relationship, learning to say let her with your mom in particular will create the space for your mom to soften, for your mom to feel like she's done an okay job, for your mom to open her arms back up to you. Because I do think that with mothers and daughters in particular, there is this natural kind of pushing away that happens because you want to be your own person and you think your mother's an idiot and she doesn't understand and she's annoying and embarrassing and loud and all these other things. Or maybe you're rightfully mad about things that happened in your childhood. Address it. She's not going to change, but you can, if it matters to you.
Yeah, so this is a big one, right? Let him. That is what is called Let Him. And it really was quite something to reflect on. So I'm asking you two questions. It's twofold. What's something you had to let your child do on their own, even though every part of you wanted to step in and say, no, 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 no. But you're grateful they did because they learned the lesson in that. And then also I'm asking you, looking at your own life right now as an adult, what are you grateful for that your parents let you do, they allowed you to do, that you look back on it now and you think, oof, in the moment I was mad, but when I look back, they let me actually have such a valuable life lesson?
Sure, there's actually so much going on in my mind mentally, and it's a combination of I get where this is going, but also at the same time I think the one thing I'd like to add into this thread is the power of accountability. So yes, it is your first time being a parent and just navigating it on this place called Earth, but I think in that being your first time, it's very important that you take accountability so that you can learn, and I think that makes you as a child or adult child. So
100%.
Yeah.
I think for me the biggest thing about let them is understanding that you can't change people, but what you can change is yourself.
Oof.
And the reality is, as much as you want people to be accountable for their actions, you cannot hold how you carry on with your life and releasing what they've done to you, what they've let you down on. You've got to allow those people to be who they are. Because all that happens is you hold on to them not being accountable, that it draws you back and actually festers something else within you because you're expecting them to be accountable. So this is where Mel says you can have the conversations and say, this is how I feel about it, and then accept that this person may never, ever change.
Right.
But what can change is how I decide to deal with the situation and how I look at it. And that is where the epiphany for me on this let them is. You got to let people gossip. You got to let people think you're a horrible person. You got to let people think that you are this and you are that. And on the parenting front, you got to let your kids make the mistakes. You got to let your kids run into glass walls or whatever, because there's a lesson in everything. In every failure, there's a lesson. But I think our human instinct is we fear failure so much that if we can catch our kids before they hit it, we'd rather do that than actually let them learn the lesson in failure. Because some of our greatest lessons come from it. You know what I'm saying? And yes, accountability is so important, but if that person is willing to accept it, and if they don't, it shouldn't stop you from progressing further. I have Lisa.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
Fantastic. Tell us about your let them.
Oh my gosh. All those things that you mentioned, my son has done.
Yeah.
Bad school results. He has broken the law recently. He lost his job recently.
And how has it been for you as a parent, having to say, let him?
Well, it's been difficult. But you know what? Just let go.
I can literally hear in your voice you're still gutted by some of the decisions that he's made that have resulted in negative outcomes.
Most definitely.
Yeah. And you know, Mom, that is, I think, the hardest part of being a parent is allowing your son to carve his own life. Because you know what? You living yours, he has to live his own. He has to.
Yeah, he has to. He has to. Because even when I've made my own mistakes, I've told my boys, this is what's happened.
And do you feel like he's learning anything, or do you feel like, I know sometimes for some parents it's very hard to watch a child. You keep showing them that this is wrong, and they keep hitting their head. But there are some kids who just want to keep hitting their head over and over again. Do you feel like your son is one of those kids, or is he learning something?
Some days I feel like he's learning. Other days I feel like he's running straight back into a brick wall.
Yeah.
And I think it's also the friends he's hanging out with. It's the wrong choice. But what do moms know?
Yeah. If you don't mind me asking, Lisa, and you don't have to answer this, but how old is your son?
He is going to be 23 on the 26th of June.
Yeah, and that is a difficult age, hey, your 20s. I don't know, there's just something, I mean, look back at your 20s. There's something about the 20s that just tells you can do anything. There's no consequences. You know more. It's just something about that era, right?
And also what's worse is he's a dad.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a 4-year-old, so I'm trying to teach him, you an example. You have to learn now. You have to grow up. It's a choices you've made. I can only support you so far, but you need to do the rest.
And the thing about being a mom is that you'll always be there to catch him and give him a hug.
Of course, yes.
Yeah, that's our job. Like my mom always says to me, you guys will shout at me, you guys will tell me I'm stupid, you guys will do this. But guess what? When things go wrong, the first place you come to is mommy, so it's fine.
His daughter's the same. She calls me Gogo, and I'm the first one she looks for.
Oh, well, Gogo, keep standing by your baby, and, as he makes these mistakes, be there to counsel. And you know what? You've done the best you can, Mama. You've done the best you can, and keep being who you are. Okay?
Thank you.
All the best, Lisa. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Cheers. Bye. Bye. Very tough conversation, hey? Very tough conversation, but I hope it's opening some light into whatever situation you're in, and you're trying to figure out, what do I do here? So you've weighed in. Let's hear.
Morning, Carol. This is Tony from Port Shepstone. I'm 51 and my kids are all in their mid-30s, and I've got grandkids and all that. And I've only recently understood what that saying means, let them. And it's a difficult thing when you want to give advice to your grandkids, your kids, or this or that, and they just don't seem to want to listen or take it. Then you realize that let them, that let them. And it's difficult. It's like cutting the apron strings, and you didn't realize that you've never done that.
Hi, Carol. I have chosen not to have kids, and I don't regret it for a day. However, having a mom that was supportive but also had flaws made me realize that my mom did the best that she knew how to do at the given time. I've had to learn to let go, forgive, and actually accept her for who she is.
Hi, Carol. This is Diane from Pinetown. I just want to say I've got 2 young adult boys, and not so long ago they were teenagers going through relationship breakups, and that is the most difficult thing to go through. You somehow just wish you could swap places with them and be at the pain for them, but you have to let them go through it. It is the cycle of life.
It is the cycle of life, and a difficult cycle of life. And as I said, as a parent going through it, as a parent going through it, the only way I know how to deal with it is just pray for my children, pray for my household, and pray that the lessons are learned and that they will take them and it will move them forward.
Good morning, Carol. I'm sitting listening to everybody on the radio, and I think what I put my parents through, I went up to standard 8, and my dad kept pestering and saying, please, do your 9 and do your 10, do your matric and that at least you could become somebody somewhere in the world. And Of course, at that age of 16, I rebelled and I moved out. And like one lady, like it was said that your kids come back to you. Well, I went back to my parents so many times and I bumped my head all the time. Eventually, my late grandmother sat me down and said to me, listen, stop being a rebel. It's not going to get you anywhere in life. You're just going to be running around like a chicken without a head. And today, at my age of 65 years old, I regret that I didn't do my matric because my father was willing to put a bond on his house so that I could go to at least technical college or college at that time. So yeah, concerning my boys, my youngest was married, but before he got married, we got to know this woman, but we warned him against her. But unfortunately, kids today don't listen. They make mistakes time and time again, but as a mother, you forgive them and still stand by them no matter what. And within 3 years, my son was divorced. For us to leave our kids, I would say yes, leave them, let them bump their heads. I mean, we did a lot of bumping of our heads in our younger day. So I would say yes, leave our kids, but always be there for them and stand by them. Because you never know, they might knock on the door and say, Mom, I'm home. I'm sorry for all the mistakes I made. But Carol, thank you for a lovely program. Thank you for the music. And God bless. Be safe when you go home.
And yeah, sending love to you right now if you're going through the process of having to let it just happen. And it's breaking your heart. I really am praying for you.
Carol Ofori. Weekdays 9 to 12 p.m. East Coast Radio.